Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
You are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Hopefully there's some new.
Oh, yes, some new audience
And welcome-
members potentially.
Welcome
Old.
faithful. Let's just say faithful. Yes.
Well, that aligns with the 49er faithful, which we'll get into another. That's a tale for another.
Scratch the faithful. Welcome, return customers. We have a special guest.
Oh,
Not special, more like a
Just a
village
guest?
dunce. We
wow.
brought him in.
roasted.
Her in. Welcome, Natalie.
Hello,
Hello.
big talker.
Yeah.
Okay.
It reminds me of remember the movie Fifth Element.
I've
with
never
Bruce
seen it.
Willis.
Or
Chris Tucker is trying to interview him for a show. It says, "How you doing tonight?" Great.
Yeah. So some elaboration. Or what's the kid on Short Stack on Indiana Jones, the little Asian kid with the hat?
I don't remember because that was terrible.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't like Raiders?
Short stack. Is that from Raiders?
I don't know. Have you seen Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Which one?
ones?
The one where he wears a hat and
He has a whip. And he's really old.
I don't know. I've seen a couple of them.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll accept
That's
that.
one positive mark in the column. Now, what is the reasoning why you have a marquee birthday coming up? Is it even a thing anymore? The Sweet 16.
So how old are you turning? Since you're
Well, I spoiled it.
16. Okay.
So she begged and pleaded, and she broke her piggy bank open and piled together all of her money, all of her coins, and gave
Send
it
it
to
into
us.
Patreon at Chip and Cern Show.
Oh, sorry. I love the plug. Love the plug. Yeah, she backed on Patreon. Actually, what backing level is the guest? $100. We'll just say
Yes, $100.
she paid $100, and she got on a very short guest spot. We were allowing her to 100 to 150 words
Yes.
on this whole pod.
So
So
you've
far, it'll be
8,
about
so-
4 hours if she keeps the same thing going. So we were trying to think, Chip and Cern are a couple old bastards, and what can we talk about with the youth of
Without
America?
getting ourselves in trouble.
Right. So she actually, it looks like she has a couple novels written down here on some notes. She had
in about a 72 font.
yeah, size 72, little very juvenile squigglies and very pretty handwriting, all this
Yes.
sort of stuff, hearts and fucking dots all over. Now you are
So
about to start school.
Ex-
What
grade? Explain.
I'm gonna be a junior.
a junior. I
class
remember
of
those days, sir.
2019.
2019.
Okay.
Okay, so you graduate in 2019, so we're talking 14. We got 14 years
Yes.
from high school. So we're
class of 05.
are we rusty on high school, Cerny? I've forgotten all about it. Cerny luckily remembers everything. It's
I
like
do
a fucking
remember.
elephant.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
I would say, before we get into what Natalie has to talk about, I
Oh.
would say some of the stuff that we participated in high school
should we go down
would
this
land
route
us in
first?
in the fucking jail. We would be
Oh, yeah.
predators or jail today.
Now, we every time I come over, couple times a month to record pods, or there's someone's
Yes.
birthday, or someone's getting a haircut, and I come down.
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate the haircut or a new beer or anything. So I mean, I've known Natalie now for 10 years, maybe 8 to 10, maybe
Yeah,
a while.
A while.
And so getting, it's kind of interesting. oh, I'm starting high school. Oh, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, junior year was fun. Like, I'm kind of saying, like, oh, I remember it was cool, like the car and stuff.
Yes.
She's like, and then it triggers in my head, oh, I remember Cerny, my mom caught him in my car. You can't ride with anyone the 6 months. And she goes, oh, no. It's till you're 18 now, or these new rules. So we started thinking like, oh my God, we would be the shit we would have gotten. So you just got your license.
No, it's permit.
Permit.
She's not 16 yet.
Wait, okay. Now to get
At this point in time of the recording. So we'll release it on her birthday at 16, right?
more close.
Close to. But at this point
Potentially.
in recording, she's not 16 yet. So
Okay.
she has a permit.
Now permit is you still can be 15 and get it.
It's 15 and a half to get your permit.
Same as us.
Okay, so
We have
same.
yes.
So yeah,
So you get your driver's license.
16.
You can. And you have to have your permit for how long?
6 months.
So I think that's the same.
Same rules, yes.
So if you did the math, if you plussed properly,
Mm-hmm.
you could literally walk in on your birthday and say, I want to take my driving test.
She was a little
Yeah,
late.
Because I
A little
took it,
late getting
took
the.
it at school, the class at school, so it was free.
Oh, right.
The pink, remember the driver's ed that we did. So same thing applies. Driver's ed and
Okay.
health. They had the same class.
I mean, so if you had it perfectly planned, you technically could get your driver's license on your birthday.
Yes.
Now, out of like a scale of 1 to 10 of excitement level in your life thus far, where does getting your driver's license rank?
1 being the best, 10 being the worst, or
10 being the best.
10,
Like
10.
It up to this point in my life, it will be the happiest moment of my life.
8.
Okay.
Okay.
So I do remember when I first got our license, it was like driving everywhere. It's like,
yeah.
how could people get tired of driving?
Right.
This is the best thing ever.
Now, Natalie, are you the first one of your group of friends that has the potential to get your license, or do you have a couple older friends that have their license already?
I'm the youngest
She's
out of all my friends.
so she's the Dana. She's the baby.
Oh, hold on. Where is it?
That boy.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
So
She's-
you're the baby of all your friends. So
Yes.
your friends are potentially
They're already 16. they're
driving you
drivers.
around
They
places.
have a license already.
Okay. And once you get your license, you still can't have anyone in your car for
Year.
a year now.
So it was 6 months less, right?
So if you
Yeah.
get it exactly, you'll have to be 17.
Wow. I mean, that would have ruined our entire high school. That would have fucking sunk us.
So it was 6 months for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
I
then
don't remember. I mean, be
Well-
honest. We didn't follow the rules anyway.
No. Now, just because we say stuff doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
set this.
So don't pit this against me against mom.
We
because then
should.
that's going to be. That's.
She's
But
like, pull the tape. Here's what he said.
yeah.
Now, I remember some parents were cool. Like, my wife's parents were really cool. Like, oh yeah, because she's, very smart and all trustworthy. Oh, you can drive with whoever, just be smart about it, right?
Yes.
So even though adults sometimes, even though there are rules in places, they use their brain and they decide that they can override.
And it's up
said
to
rule.
them.
That's true.
Chip's mom and CERN's mom were on the opposite end of that.
They were on, no, this is the law and you must do as the
Law says.
as it said.
And at that point in time, it was just a ticket, wasn't it? Because
Yeah.
Tony got busted for it. I
Well,
think
Tony, he was kind of a
if you
slapdick.
listen, you son of a bitch, and
Yeah.
I know you don't. Let us know because I'm pretty sure you got busted.
He had a lot of points on. Anyway, we're getting away from the core of the story. So you're
Yes.
excited for a year to drive someone around,
Yeah.
and that not includes
Drive yourself
family.
first off, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can drive family around when you're 16 and have your license.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
can drive
should-
siblings.
Okay.
you're right.
So you know what this means? You're gonna be the fucking taxi. You're gonna be the Uber.
Yes.
Yep.
For,
Gonna have to
for the
take my
family.
siblings
So-
to practices.
No, so and also
Oh, Cerny,
James-
I know where
James-
he's going.
Oh
Here.
God.
James was Chip and CERN's exactly. Chip and CERN's
DD.
DD for 3 years.
Oh, I mean, until he got to be 21 and he
Yeah.
was.
I remember when he says this. I don't remember this. He said, "You guys used to promise to drive me around when I was 21," and I was like, "That doesn't sound like anything else."
Right, I know.
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute. Were you picking us up, driving us home when we said this? He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well,
well, there you go. We would say.
all bets are out the window when we were talking
Yeah.
drunk shit."
I probably said, hey, when you drop me off, let me run inside and grab you a nice C note so I can pay you for this. and he's just sitting out there where the car idles out of gas. So
Natalie, a C note is $100 bill.
100. And when you work, when you have a job, you earn some of this. Although you never actually see said notes, it just shows up in your bank account.
Uncle Sam takes their portion, and then you get the remaining.
It has a good taste. Okay.
What's the beak?
So you're getting you're getting your license. That's exciting. Turning 16. Is it exciting because you're getting your license, or you're feeling that you're breaking out of this sort of younger teenage
Yeah. Breaking out of the
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
teenage.
okay, and you're approaching becoming a potentially trustworthy
Mini
legal adult. Legal adult. Okay. Cerny, how is she doing? She's a resident of your house. So how would you say she's doing as far as progressing to becoming potentially a legal adult at 18? Still years away.
Still years away.
How far away does 18? Is it just like I'll never fucking get there? Or you're like, hey, I'll see in a year or two.
It's only in 2 years.
Okay.
It's not that long.
So you're talking about your
Okay.
perspective. You're not talking about the time.
I know it's
Yeah,
I
true.
know.
we
well,
can do
that's
the
not that
calculation.
long. This year flew by.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sure. Well, the question's been answered. Where did my fucking mic go? Hold on. Is that better?
No? Can't hear you. Technical difficulties. Chip's trying to figure out his mic. I think it went out.
There we
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
better?
Yeah.
Better? Oh, you know what it is? It's those fucking headphones.
Ah.
I'm in the bad hole. Wow. You shouldn't be laughing.
Is that
at
what
that,
he
young
said
lady.
or she said?
Well,
Well,
is there any?
Both.
Is there any bad hole? Anyway. All right, we'll stay.
the answer to that is
Well,
no.
right.
But
So you are excited to get your license. You're in high school. I would say Cerny junior year was pretty. I would say probably one of the top years.
yes.
Because senior year, you get there, you're like, I already know what college I'm going to. I'm fucking coasting.
Yeah, you could.
I'm taking.
I would say junior
10
was
woodshop
too
classes.
much fun.
Now, you're not going to new school. You're at a school you've been at for a year or two, right?
1 year.
Okay. And what would you say? Well, Cerny, let me ask you. What would you say, Chip and Cern, Joe, Dana, the cast of characters that we have on the Chip and
The
Cern
crew.
show, what would you say out of, say, 100% of the class that we had, where do you think we ranked as far as, like, cool factor in high school? Like, were we top 10% that everyone was like, oh, that's Cerny, that's Chip? Or were we, I have my opinion, and then I think, because you remember more about high school than I do.
So I think maybe not 10%. I think 15.
I would say, I was going to say top 25.
Yeah.
Like, we were known enough because of baseball. We had a
Baseball.
good team.
We act like
We were
enough
loud and
jackasses.
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
So,
We didn't, especially with junior year. Remember, there's a class before us
yeah.
that a lot of guys hanging out with that Chip and Cern at least opted not to hang out with.
Yeah, that's true. We sort of went against the grain for some of that stuff. So,
And for no other reason. I don't know. I think we just did it just because.
to be contrarians
Yes.
and to be asses,
Yeah,
yes. So, Natalie, in the year 2017,
I know.
see what happens when you get old, your
I know.
brain fucking rots away. Tell me some attributes, some characteristics of what are the cool kids in high school doing these days? They smoking
Popular.
cigarettes.
Drugs.
They're
Okay, what kind of drugs?
They're doing the weed.
Weed.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, if
Mostly.
we're being honest, in 5 years that won't be a drug. But
Yeah.
okay, so they get high. Do they have cool cars? Like they have nice cars, or like a fast old classic car?
Most of them don't have cars, but if they do, it's like
What?
an old car-ish.
What's old car-ish?
I mean, is it an
Like-
old cool car? Like, oh, I want that, or like, oh, that's their mom's car from 10 years ago.
Yeah, like their mom's car.
Okay.
Okay.
So they
So
got
it's-
the hand-me-down beater.
Yeah.
It's like a Civic or like a 95 Civic or something,
Yeah.
probably. Okay.
Okay.
What else?
This is like.
Are they good? Are they smart? Are they good in school?
No.
Okay.
Most of them
So
aren't.
they smoke weed, and these are the people that are generally perceived as the cool kids, or
Yeah.
what you perceive as cool. Could be different.
The cool kids, the
Okay.
ones that are popular.
So they smoke
They
weed.
smoke.
They drive beaters. Not good at school. Sounds like they're gonna work at the fucking movie theater after high school. Go on.
go to a lot of parties
Parties. Okay.
Okay.
that I don't get invited to.
That's okay.
No,
we
you
didn't
need
go to
invi-
parties either. But
Do you need an invitation? Because I remember just showing up to.
I never
So-
know about them until
Oh.
I go to school on Monday and hear all the stories.
Oh, okay. Well, that.
well,
makes sense.
be honest, we were in the same boat. So,
Yeah.
or no, we were like, "Hey, Tony, where are you?" And he's like, "I'm at this party." We're like, "Cool, thanks for the invite,
Yeah, thanks,
cocksucker."
fucker.
Okay, they go to parties. They smoke weed. They have shitty cars. They're not good at school. How do they dress cool? Like, do they have a cool style, or they just kind of wear whatever skater? I don't know what the
Some
fuck
of
is
them-
Abercrombie,
Yeah, some of them dress nice, and then some of them just wear like,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay,
So they don't care.
and do they have like cool hair? Or are they greasy, long-haired outlaws?
Well, I think the people that don't really care that they do it, and like they don't care if people know, they don't really care.
They
so
just
like,
do
whatever.
dreadlocks, like Counting
Yeah.
Crows.
Yeah, some have that.
But do you know what dreadlocks are?
Yes, I know.
Do you know who the
We'll
Counting
look it up.
Crows are? Cerny, pull it up. We
Yes.
have our monitor here.
We
Now, we want to tease something a little bit. The Chip and Cern show is going, I would say, cutting edge.
We are.
We have purchased a 360
There he is.
camera. God, what a fucking clown. What's that fool's name?
I
The-
know someone that has hair like that.
yeah, those are
those are
dreadlocks.
dreadlocks.
They live down the street.
They're dr-
Are they? How do I ask this ship?
Are they African American?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then that makes sense.
Is he? So there's that. Like their hair is naturally more coarse, so it's more susceptible to dreadlock.
Yes.
This is like a lazy white hippie,
Yes.
I would say. Anyway, Chip and Cern got a 360 camera. We tried to get it running tonight, but we fucked it up. Of
SD
course.
card, yeah.
So looking forward to that, and you could wear 3D goggles. So we'll have it during the pod. You could spin around the whole fucking room and look what we look like.
And maybe on one of these pods we'll have enough beers. Cocks will get 3D cocks.
Oh, could you get lucky enough?
True.
Hold on. Oh, damn it. the music will cue, and then
The
the
hogs will come out.
the peens will. We shouldn't be talking about peens. There's a
Oh,
young
yeah,
lady
sure,
here,
sure.
Cerny.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, popular kids. What other things do popular kids do? Do they have girlfriends or boyfriends?
Girl and boyfriends, orgies. What's going on?
Oh yeah,
Some do.
orgies. Oh, never mind. It's like,
What?
get back. Okay.
Chris Hansen, I think, is knocking
Yeah.
on the door right now. So
Yeah. Okay. Are they good at sports? I'm guessing no. They don't play sports, probably.
No, not really.
Yeah, because
Wow.
all these.
Some play football, I guess.
Well, I mean,
do they actually?
doesn't take
Are they
a
on
lot
the
of-
bench? Do they just kind of show up and?
I don't know. I haven't been to a football game. We don't have a football stadium. Well, now we do.
do you have a team though? Football team?
Yeah.
Like, is the quarterback like a pretty popular guy? Like, that's sort of the.
No, 'cause
what
I
do you
don't
call
know
that?
them.
Cerny?
Wow, it has
we
changed.
have
Chip.
the worst football team. So
Well, that has
So do
something
we.
in common with what
So-
us.
So this reminds me of, you ever seen 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, the new one.
Yes.
Yes.
With Channing Tatum
And
Taint?
Yes.
and
Channing
Jonas.
Taint,
Jonas. The Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. Remember when they go back to high school, and Channing Tatum, who was cool in high school,
Yeah.
and now he's not. This reminds me of it.
Oh, so you're now. You know what a jock is?
Yes.
Okay. Are they popular at your school? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Pretty much.
All right.
So if you're
not
good
all.
at basketball, everyone knows who you are. And
Yeah.
okay. This was a key attribute to Chipper's high school career. Are they what one might phrase as a class clown? Do they pop off in class and run their mouth a lot?
Yeah.
And these are popular people?
Yes.
We're in, Chip. We're
Sorry.
in.
Oh my
We are
God,
in.
I'm
We are in.
re-enrolling. Actually, I probably could take past calculus maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Now,
Do you have a teacher named Mr. Grady?
Yeah.
Never mind.
is he around still?
There's no way he's alive. There's
Rip,
no
rip.
way.
Rip rip. We need a rip rip sounder.
Rip, rip.
Taps. There's no way. He would
was-
have to be.
What was his first?
He would
name?
have to be, Mister.
I was thinking Tracy, but like Brady.
I mean, he would have to be approaching 90 at least, right?
Have to be.
I'm sure you're old
So,
man.
so
You're old
Mr.
man.
Grady, Natalie, was a math teacher we had in high school, and he was, I mean, fuck, he was at least 70 years old then.
He's what you call a. Is Codger the crotchety old Codger? Is that a good
Yeah,
description?
yeah.
He's just like an old grumpy guy.
He played classical music, and he would dim the lights.
Yeah, and he wouldn't allow guys had
Gum.
to take their hats off and all this sort of stuff, like respectful things. He was an old fashioned type.
Remember, he had a son that was younger than us. He was younger than James.
Oh right, and I remember trying
Nathaniel.
to do the math on that. Okay, I'm blowing the poor kid's spot up.
I am.
Well, we'll look him up on Facebook too.
We will.
So this came up. Any other things you like to add? Any other one word items you'd like to mention?
No.
Case in point. Okay, so you have some questions here.
Yes.
So
Do
what
we
are we
go-
talking
do
about,
we-
Natalie?
Boy advice.
All right.
Specifically high school boy advice.
Obviously.
Okay. Now, forgive me, I'm not fully, immersed with your social life and your I don't want to say dating, but your potential boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever that's going on.
Yeah.
Cerny keeps me out of. Is that him?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, it is.
damn, what is he, like a fucking airline pilot or something?
Same.
Now he's gonna see you're creeping on him.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. That.
All right, Cerny's on. I think the first time we've used LinkedIn here on the Chip and Search show.
He looks like he beat us up. So I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
man.
go-
Let's backpedal on this one here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is boy advice from that Natalie's asking. You want our opinion on it?
Yes.
So a
About-
disclaimer: we're not experts.
No,
know.
certainly.
We know. We know.
Oh,
we. Who the fuck is
okay.
we?
Just me.
Okay,
All right.
so now
The royal we.
would you say? I don't know what's technically. What do you in 2017 consider like a boyfriend?
Someone that I'm dating.
Okay, so if you and a boy, or I'm sure there's gay couples or whatever at your school,
Mm-hmm.
Person of interest.
a significant other
There
potentially,
you go,
you
there you
say,
Partner.
hey, do you want to be my boyfriend? How does this?
How
Or
do you,
you
how do
just-
you make it official?
How do you
confirm it?
how do you make it?
Usually they ask you.
They
and
ask-
They say, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?"
Well, nothing's changed in
Yeah.
15
No,
years.
No, no.
Now, I will say from personal experience, potentially one of the most nerve-wracking. Cerny probably remembers like,
Comments. Yeah.
oh, I think I want to ask someone to be my girlfriend. Sir. You could do it, Chip. You could. I don't know. She might say no. Nothing was a bigger
Yeah.
fucking mountain to
Dude,
climb.
it's
than
okay
that.
if she says no. It'll
Right.
be okay.
I might go in
It'll be
for-
tomorrow. The sun will come up. We'll
Right.
be all right.
I don't know. I might have to kill myself. So this is boy advice. Now you're trying to attract boys or repel them.
Attract boys.
Okay. Well, go on. Let's hear it.
Okay.
So-
I have questions.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
When you're texting them and they're like not replying for like a long time, like a
So-
couple hours, we're talking about.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
so
okay, hold on.
so a couple hours, 2 hours.
Let's make it like 5 or 6 hours.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay.
to
So and then you have to
Well, hold
you have
on,
to
she got-
specify what type of day.
She
what
got
time of day.
follow-up questions, Cerny.
Yeah. That wasn't my question. I wasn't done.
Okay. So go ahead, repeat, and Cerny and I.
I'll stop.
Do I need to mute us, Cerny?
No,
We
we're
can't
fine.
control ourselves.
So
Okay.
basically, when you're talking to them like all day and then they just disappear, is it okay to like double text them? So if you like they like don't respond and it's like something like a question
Okay.
and they're not replying, is it okay to like be like, "Hello, are you there?"
Okay. Now, back in our day, fuck, we sound so.
Old AF. Exactly.
Cell phones. Not everyone had cell phones. I can't believe. Cerny, I can't believe. Not everyone had cell phones in school.
And we
Let
had
alone-
the Razors, or no, the Nokia bricks.
Nokia.
Yes.
And there was a limit on the amount of text that you could send per month.
Oh, that's right.
Like, I mean, you had 50 texts to send.
And receive.
and receive. Right. She looked like someone pissed in her Cheerios. You would blow through that and before first period's over, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With this now.
And you had to turn the shit off once you fucking hit it. Remember, you had to just turn it off.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, the bill would come, and
if
the mom would just slay.
You catch a fucking beating.
A fucking
If
legit
you're-
beating.
I know it's all cute and funny. Oh, I went over my data. Haha, it's so funny.
James,
A beating.
James, you don't listen to, you son of a bitch. But if you can confirm,
Or deny.
he had it was like a $400 or $500 phone bill because of the text messages that he blew through. It was something, and it was just text. It wasn't even data. It was just text.
Dang.
Data wasn't even a thing because you couldn't. It was iPhone. We're talking 10 years before the iPhone came out.
So the screens were black and white. And you would get in, it would be like the World Wide Web. Remember, it was like that
Yeah.
that globe spinning. You'd
So-
try to cancel out real quick, and
and
it would take.
There's
like
no Facebook. There's no Twitter. There was actually
MySpace.
SMS.
I had a flip phone for my first phone. It was like that. I had like limited text, I think.
Or
No, yeah.
Jitterbug.
No?
You had limited text. I always had
Yeah.
limited.
Okay. So to get to your question, now, so texting, I definitely did it, and I think I did a little research. I hit the old AOL Online, fired up that dial-up internet, went on to Sure West Wireless, and saw how much is the additional because it was probably first. I don't even know, Cerny. Sorry, I know this is about you, but I'm steering the ship my
Yeah.
way.
Go on.
How did my parents even allow me to have a cell phone?
That's the question, because for those of you who don't know, I'm sure everyone who listens, Chip had a misguided youth. That's what I think we
Distorted.
distorted youth. So the cell phone, I think maybe it was part of their grandmaster plan as a leash,
Oh. To like hold it
mobile
over my
leash.
head, sort of?
a mobile leash, because they can kind of keep track of you, or they can call you at
Oh,
any
okay.
point. That's what I'm
Good
thinking.
point.
As I'm thinking
Okay.
right now. Just a thought just popped in
Yeah.
my head right now, because I'm thinking you sprung it on me, and I was like, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is a man who couldn't even have a full bowl of sugar cereal.
And we did not get cable, TV, let alone cable, until 17, 18?
Yeah,
And internet
and
until about 15.
to pile on to that 16, no cable. Parents
Oh, blocked.
parental block.
Anything over
I think
PG-13.
Joe, you and I think Dana, maybe it was Tony. Remember, we spent one night
Trying to
just trying to figure it out.
get the password.
We weren't doing anything else, so we spent the whole night just trying to.
and
figure
we
it
weren't
out.
trying to watch some fucking porn. I mean, there's no porn on,
No,
and to
It was like-
download a porn
it
would take a week.
at that point in time.
get
Yeah,
it.
at that point in time,
We were trying to watch,
it'd be like the picture go bloop.
yeah. Like, oh,
It was like their eyes.
oh, I could see
and
her
then, like, 5
collarbone.
minutes
It's
later,
so hot.
bloop. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't think she. Oh damn it, she's wearing a shirt. Like
Oh.
by the end of the night, and just ruined her. Anyway,
Timed out. No.
yeah. Oh no.
This
Well-
was like TNT. So it's already edited.
Yeah, it's already. There's no way there's any nudity or the fuck is not being said,
no.
and clearly
It was
it
like
worked.
Melon Farmer instead of
Yeah.
motherfucker. I think it was like Die Hard.
Yeah.
So we just spent the whole night trying to figure it out. But anyway, text messages.
Okay. So
Back to the
text to. Now, how did you kind of get this person's number? You talking in class, and you're like, "Oh, I'm cute," and did he give the number to you, or did you get it from him?
In theory, Nelly,
In theory,
you can
like,
you don't have to like
eh.
give a specific example.
Yeah.
Just in your mind.
I guess like if you're sometimes when you're in class and you talk to them, they'll be like, "Oh, if you want help on the homework or something."
Oh, that's the
Sly.
game they're
Sly.
playing.
Okay. Okay, I get it.
Help. So if you want help with homework, here's my number,
Yeah.
and they give you the phone number.
And so now you're just
So-
chit chatting and you ask a question. What kind of question are we talking about?
Like
So you're texting back. Oh, today. Oh, can you believe pepperoni pizza again for lunch? Where you eating lunch? Things like this, or are we way off base?
Are you getting cheesy bread?
I don't know, like if you guys like each other or something, and you talk to them all day long, like 'cause
Okay, so what's the question that he's left unanswered?
I don't know, just a random
Oh, boy.
question.
Okay.
Okay. So
And-
I think it depends on what time of day it is too.
Yeah, I would say if it's been a couple hours, I would not worry about it because
No.
that shit happens. Like,
I think Chipper's asked me a question at work,
yeah,
and I've looked at it like, and then like I was going to answer it, and then the phone rings,
And there's something
and
else.
something else happens, and I move on to it, and then I completely forget, and then like a few hours later, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot.
Now, it seems to me, I don't remember when we were kind of in school, they were having these rules that you couldn't really use phones in school or they had to be off.
Yeah, they'd be off.
So what's the rule at school?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know what the rule is and then what everyone does, but what's the technical rule?
You shouldn't have your phone out, but nowadays, like, there's so much technology in school.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has their own laptop, but like,
Oh, so you could be iMessage
Yeah,
on
you
your
can-
laptop.
All right,
Okay.
well, that makes more sense.
I
I mean, I don't think we can even
Some-
basically pull our phones out.
oh, with a teacher,
Like the Yardu dude, fucking
yeah, and they
It
had a
depends on
fucking
the
bow and arrow
teacher.
and they would crossbow.
yeah.
So,
Planet of
okay.
the Apes, they come with a horse and they'd fucking wrangle you up.
So, Cerny, a girl's texting you back in high school, innocent things, we're hoping. And what sort of ruffle flavors do you like?
I think if he's texting all day,
And then all of a sudden, radio silence.
So I think here's the thing about dudes. Chip, back me up.
Okay,
If they're willing to invest time,
Yeah.
they're interested.
that's true.
And then if they go dark, like
Something
this,
came up.
Something came up, and they may have just forgotten. So, yeah, maybe like you can repeat the question. I think Chip, a hello with a bunch of question marks would make him kind of like fuck you. Kind
Right.
Of an attitude.
Don't come across too aggressive.
Yeah.
But I would say in general, it's probably safe. Now, in this specific example that you laid out, he gave the number. I feel that that's sort of a move, potentially. Cerny, did I read this correctly? That this is a move?
I'm agreeing.
Oh, here. I think you're cute, or maybe I want to make extra
what
money
do you
tutoring.
Think about, what do you think about dudes and friends that are girls?
In high school?
Yes. No such thing, right?
I don't think.
So, I mean, unless it's like Dana's girlfriend or Joe's
Oh,
girl-
right,
so-
yeah,
so
like
then you could be friends
Cerny
then.
and Joe were friends of, well, not my
Raz.
wife,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she was my girlfriend in high school. But
We
yeah,
weren't-
there's no, oh, these are my guy friends. Unless, I hate to be stereotypical, unless they're gay.
Okay.
then I would say-
that's fine.
But there's not a straight guy that is friends with a girl that doesn't
For
have
no
some interest.
reason. Yes.
Especially in high school. No one's that smart. No one's smart enough
No.
to go, it would be a really good con. Let me be your friend first. And then in 6 years, then she'll go out with me.
Yeah.
High school guys are like, what can I do in this next 5 minutes to entertain myself, more or less? Did that answer your question?
yeah.
Okay.
Fucking nailed
Great.
it. That only took 10 minutes to answer
Yeah.
one question.
Hopefully, you have one more.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, go on.
Like, what are some conversation starters for guys? Like, what would they be interested in talking about?
Sports always.
Well, yeah.
If you're talking in your perspective, right?
Yeah.
Sports always.
So you want to talk? You want to?
Well, you
Mike?
have to kind of know who you're talking to first, right? I can hear you.
Is
Okay.
this working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. You're interested in this guy?
Yeah.
What is your
What's
your what's your sort of type, if you had to say? Is it sort of the jock, or are you kind of into this guy with a shitty car that just smokes weed?
No.
Okay. Good answer.
Neither.
This is going to be
So
public.
if that was the case, then so it would be the Afghan Kush would be.
The pineapple cheese is a good opener. I would say, well, okay, you got to now. This might be a really stupid question. I feel like I have to ask it though.
Okay.
Do you guys actually talk one-on-one, person to person, during lunch or on break, or is this only over text?
Do you walk next to him and text him?
No, I don't walk next to them.
No,
That's a
but
good
it-
fucking question, actually, Cerny.
So do
I
you
mean, like,
actually
do you-
speak?
Yes.
Like if you see him at lunch, you'll go over and be like, "Hey, how's it going, Jim?" or whatever.
Yeah.
And then do you just walk away from there, or do you continue to speak?
Well, if they're gonna eat lunch, I'm not just gonna be like talking to them while they're eating lunch.
So
I mean,
that'd
like
be
if
an-
you sit and eat lunch.
So, what do you mean?
there
So
is.
you don't have to eat. You don't. Have to, that's a wildly unsatisfying answer now. Because
Well-
Chip and I would sit and eat and speak.
That's not what I
and make fun of people,
Yes, true.
bully them.
Bully.
That's not true. That's bad. You shouldn't bully.
No.
I would say conversation starters. Make it be whatever you were talking. This
Yeah.
is how good we are at dating.
Yeah.
I would say, whatever you were talking about last, or if there was some event that happened in the school, like, oh, did you hear that, the teacher fell over and split his pants or something
Did you see the
topical,
fight, or did you? Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I don't know, if you know that, oh, like, Cerny's really into baseball and you say, oh, how's the game? Or, you kind of
How
know a
was
little
practice?
there.
there you
Perfect.
go. There you go.
Nailed it. We're done. That took
So
half
and
the time.
hopefully he didn't say
Good.
good.
Okay, that leads to my next question.
Oh,
though.
fuck.
Okay. Look at that.
What's it mean when they have short replies like they just say ha ha or LOL or good?
So I think with dudes,
Uh-huh.
sometimes we don't we answer the question, and then that's about it, right?
Now, we've had time to reflect on our high school self.
We
We're
have.
talking
10 years.
10 years plus. Pretty stupid. Like, as far, we're just pretty
Yeah.
dumb
Yeah.
kids, I would say. So, not everything's going to be this elaborate, thought out scheme that maybe and this happens for both sexes. Like, oh, girls
Yeah.
think, oh, a guy's puts one answers he's not interested, or she doesn't text me back for 30 seconds. She must hate me. She's plotting to murder me. Nothing's that well thought out. If he's not into long text or anything like that, I would just go with the flow.
As long as he's engaged, I
Yeah.
think it's overall probably he's interested.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because in high school days, I believe, I'll speak for myself and not you. If there was a girl that was texting us that wasn't interested, I would probably a few courtesy texts and then just like, meh, I'm done.
If
talking.
you weren't interested?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if they're doing haha, LOL, and then you don't hear back from them for a day or whatever,
A day, 2 days, like, and then you like send a
Just,
follow up text and they
cut
don't
it
answer,
loose.
and then they don't want any part of your business.
that's true. I concur. Satisfied with that answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I really want to know what it's like to make the first move.
Oh.
Oh.
In high school?
Yeah.
We're talking. The only thing that you're probably allowed to do is eye contact. I'm imagining.
Oh
Sterling.
my
Is
god.
this-
Shut
Maybe
up.
hold hands.
Maybe?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Chip, Chipper.
I would say, again, the most nerve.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what they're doing, unless like oh, he's a man whore or manslaughter, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Most guys have no fucking clue what's going on. They know what. Oh, I saw in a movie that he throws her back and they start making out, and then like all of a sudden a picnic blanket's down and
I saw this
he
movie
has
on my
wine
computer.
in his backpack and yeah. Anyway. And so I would say extremely nerve-wracking, probably a safe.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's going on. You're just as nervous too, and you hear these stories like, oh, did you hear Chip try to kiss his girl and they smashed teeth or they got their braces locked together and all
She
this.
stepped back and smacked him.
Oh,
told him, what
yeah.
the fuck you doing? Yeah.
Or oh, he went for tongue and she wasn't having it, or he tried to grab her boob, or like anything like that. You hear all these horror stories that just makes everyone more
Yeah.
nervous.
And most of the time, those horror stories are like
Yeah.
made up, but you believe them.
They're
anyway.
like legends. What
Yes.
what do you call
fables,
fables?
myths,
Tall tales.
myth.
So extremely nerve-wracking.
He's just as nervous as
I
you.
would yeah. That's what I would say.
Whoever's making the first move is probably the most nervous.
I mean,
'Cause at that point in time, it's everything, right? You're
Yeah.
laying it all out in line.
I remember having to like psych myself up for days. Like a couple days I'm like, okay, I think on Friday I might go in for a kiss here.
Chip, it's going. You'll be all right. You'll
So
be
you
okay.
plan it out.
Not like he has
I
like a
did-
war room and he draws
but
it
it-
out. But
Well,
Yeah.
like
Or-
you know what you want to do. and then
Yeah,
you do
but
it.
I mean
that's
also
a lot of planning now. Like, here's
Yeah.
a dude. Here's a high school dude. It's like this is everything. The school is everything. It's like a rough sketch in your head, and that's about it.
it's going to be for me, maybe I'm a bougie bitch. Oh, there's a second bougie bitch. There we go. Okay, I'm a bitch. But like I got really nervous. I would be really nervous about trying to make any move.
Sweating bullets. Yeah.
It could be, I mean, it could be as much as like I'm gonna hold hands, or I might go for a hug. Like I like this girl, or we've been dating or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, maybe I'll go for a hug, and you're like, no, just do it. I'll do it on Friday. So there's plenty of nerves
I didn't
to go
see the
around.
moment. I didn't see the moment there. I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see the right opening.
It
so I
wasn't.
didn't
It wasn't
take
there. It wasn't there. It'll come. It'll come.
Yeah. Were you nervous? I remember I feel
Yeah.
like
We
we've had these,
communicated,
now
yeah.
it's kind of I'm remembering these conversations, blowing through all of our 50 text messages.
Yeah.
How do you feel after you make it?
Well, depends on how it goes.
If it goes
Yeah.
good.
Well, then.
Oh, you're like, hold on, when do I get to see her again? When's my next opportunity? That's what I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
When can I do this again? Man, these are getting.
And then I'm telling Chip.
Oh yeah. Then I text Cerny.
So you guys do talk about it. So guys do text their friends about stuff?
Well, I mean, of course. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Where's am I? On?
Well, I always
Yeah, you're on, I
I
hear
always
you.
wondered, if
I
because
would-
girls
probably
do
the
that
headphones.
like my friends do that after I hang out with a guy. Like they'll text me and be like, tell me everything that happened.
Yeah.
Like I'll have to FaceTime them and I'll be on FaceTime with them for an hour and I'll have to explain every single thing. Like, and then,
Wow.
or my friends, one time, Addie, my friend, she goes, if you don't
Did
tell
she
me,
pay you for a shout out?
Yeah.
probably, she loves me, my baby egg.
Addie, retweet this and
Or
get
else.
some listeners, or else we're gonna delete your name from the fucking show.
We'll
She-
bleep you.
She
Yeah.
told me if you
Am
don't.
I on?
Say again. Talking to the mic.
Am I? I don't think I am.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you are. I can hear you.
Christ on
Chip's
a
going
planet.
crazy.
I
He's
haven't-
going senile.
I'm going anyway.
She texted me and said, "Do you choose to tell me or do you choose death?" I was like, "Oh my god."
There was definitely, and this is now we didn't have this problem in high school, which I know is a problem according to the local news.
Yes.
Sexting, photos, like this wasn't even an option. Like
There was no
there was no
photos back
camera
then.
even
No.
on the phone. I mean, I guess you could send someone a dirty text or something, but you have to assume any sort of actions or anything. Now am I not on?
You're a little low.
Yeah.
Low. There.
There.
Oh,
you
there we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay. You
Um,
have to assume anything you do will be documented and spread like wildfire. Is that safe, Cerny?
Yeah, we were worried. I wouldn't put any discrimination out there against myself.
Discrimination.
I wouldn't. Sorry, put anything that would be held against me.
Oh yeah.
Any discriminatory, or like you'd put something out and they'd be held against me. I'm not doing.
And again, this kind of goes back to the last point. Nobody knows what they're doing, so they want to learn
Yeah.
from your mistakes or your thing how it went for you, and that's sort of how some people probably gauge their ceiling or how far they're going to go based on what their friends are doing.
Yes,
Is that safe?
that's
to
safe.
say?
Okay. Do you guys find it like if you're with a girl like at a restaurant or something? Do you
Oh.
watch her eat?
What do you mean? like watch her?
Like you look at her while she's eating or something?
I think
Do you find it
Like you're at the
weird
same-
if she's like not eating because she's uncomfortable because she thinks you're watching her?
Well, is this person like sitting far away?
No, like
You're
you
at the
guys are on
same-
a date or something.
Okay.
Okay. So I would say no. I'd be worried about what I'm eating,
Right.
and not. It wouldn't. I think girls think way too much.
Yeah,
into
I
this.
think you're
Yes.
looking. You might be looking too far. I would just eat and not worry about it.
Open the menu. The guy's worried about
Did his mom give him enough money to cover it?
cover it
At
and
Denny's.
what am I gonna eat?
Yeah.
Like, what sounds good? I think this sounds good. That's about it.
I mean, unless
How
you're
am I gonna
like,
make this move?
yeah, it's like, should I go for the hug today? I don't know. You could do it, Chip. You could do it. You could do it.
The hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's depressing.
He's censoring it.
roasted.
He's censoring
Roasted.
it.
Roasted. These questions have become fast and furious. We've tapped
Yes.
into something here. Go on.
Go on.
So like when you said that you do text each other like afterwards, like what do you guys say? Do you over exaggerate it and make up other stuff that didn't actually happen?
No, because
That can come out
the friends
later.
have good bullshit filters, and you don't Yeah, I mean, Cerny. There's no point in lying.
Yeah, it's not.
I would say.
If you're talking to your friends, you just say what happened.
Now, yeah, if you're talking to your friends, and was there? I mean, there was there was some. There's always some situation that you're like,
you might go a little high on what happened,
or long or wide.
yeah, and then just and everyone just laugh, and then you would come back. No, really. it was
Right?
funny."
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, but there's definitely.
More of a joke factor. Than I think
There's
than
like the joke factor, and then I would say there's some information that you're like, hey, this is only for like this close crew. This is not to
it's
be
just for
circulated.
Joe,
like,
Dana, and CERN.
yeah,
and Tony.
because I mean, in high school, people you don't want some rumor that like a girl you've been seeing for however long is doing whatever, or
it's just for us core
it's
five.
just for the friend knowledge and the knowledge base, the wiki, the friend wiki.
yeah, the wiki.
So if you like text your friend and tell them that you made the first move or whatever,
Oh.
what do your friends usually respond?
Well, there was no emojis back in the day, but it would have been probably some high five emojis
Yes.
and some eggplants. Just
Yes.
that's what I would send. That's what
that's
I do send.
That's about where Chip and CERN are going to
Yeah.
leave it.
That's true.
Otherwise, Chris Hansen's coming in.
That we are speaking with a minor.
Yes.
Okay, I have one more question.
Okay.
So like, what do you consider like a date without them saying it? Like if they're not like, do you want to go on a date with me, and they just ask you
Any
to
kind of
hang
activity you
Oh
two
yeah,
are together. Yeah.
just a
out, but
solo.
it's just you two.
Yeah.
Is that a date?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
You
It
can go
could be-
shopping or the movies or walking around
Minute-
or at the fucking park.
Yeah. Oh, let's get Froyo. Oh, cool. Who's gonna be there? Your friends? No, just me.
Date.
Fucking be on alert.
So I'm going to cover your bases here. And
Are we going over what the bases are?
She made a shout out to her friend Addie, but there's a neighbor next door
Oh.
who didn't get a shout out. We'll be very salty.
Shout out to Erica.
Okay. She'll be very salty without being a shout out.
Oh, really?
I know it. You're welcome, Erica.
Okay. CERN's always
Erica's
looking
always salty.
Oh.
at. Oh. Roasted.
Roasted.
Is that your line of questioning? You've exhausted your line of questioning?
That's all my questions.
Any Natalie's friends, if you have a question for Chip and CERN,
Keep it PG 13?
Yeah.
Well, they're over 13. What's a
we
PG
will tell you to
13
fuck
movie?
yourself if you want to
Ours
get wise with
next.
us.
Well, not those exact words,
Yeah.
probably not to a minor, but
Um,
high school. Any parting advice for a high schooler, Cerny? Not just Natalie, who we have in studio, but in general, any Now
You're not
Is
that
it-
cool when you graduate. It don't mean
that's
shit.
fucking true. That's couldn't be more
After you
true.
graduate, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're back. What? It's worse off.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you now.
Okay.
When people who are older than you are talking to you and giving advice or maybe giving life lessons, do you shrug it off as, oh, they're just old and this just, you kind of know what you're doing? Or do you sometimes take their advice, not specifically you, but you and your friends? If, one of your friends' parents go, oh, you guys should not do this because, blah, blah, do you go, they don't know what they're talking about, they're an old person? Or do
Like you guys giving me advice right now, kind of.
Well, first off, we're not old motherfucker.
Well,
anyone besides, like,
Chip and CERN.
I guess, your mom or, okay. So your mom is probably a no. You probably,
well.
what about
no,
your friend's mom?
It just
what-
depends who it is. My friend's mom.
Yeah. It does, I mean,
You don't need to say a name.
Mom,
Just think of my
like
friend's
if they
mom.
go, you're saying, oh, we're going to go to Froyo, and they go, oh, be careful, or I don't, they give
Be
some
careful
advice.
of raping.
Yeah. Well, if they're like, be careful, then I'm gonna be careful.
I guess that
That's
sort of
great.
answers.
If my
Do you
mom-
get what I was trying to get at, Cerny?
Yeah,
Do
'cause
you,
I remember Big D giving us warnings. And
Yeah.
us going,
It depends what the
Warning
the
is?
Warning is.
okay.
Like if my mom's helping me, sometimes I'm like, my mom doesn't know what she's talking about, and then I
Perfect.
do the-
There we go.
do
We've
the
hit.
opposite, and then
and then fuck it up.
then,
We
yeah,
have-
it gets messed up, and then I'm like, okay, and the mom's like, I told you.
Well-
Remember. So brings me to a
Let's hear it.
reminisce. Remember when we were in our phase of throwing water balloons?
I remember those years.
Yes. And
Years.
a big D
Yes.
coming out and telling us to be careful because he threw a water balloon through a car window, and we were laughing at him, saying that's not possible.
Right.
And then smash cut to, what was it, 3 hours later, us throwing a water balloon through a window.
And running
Like
we had just seen a beheading. And thinking, oh, fuck.
I can't believe we just...
One, I don't have any money, let alone how much did that piece of glass cost. Two, of course they know it was us because word gets around fairly quick when idiots are being idiots.
Yeah.
And
And then there was a rumor that Chip and Cern did it, even though it wasn't. It was someone else. That doesn't show this show.
I mean, that list is long. Sorry, let's be honest.
That's why. That's why I said it.
So if Natalie, nice to have you on. Happy birthday, potentially.
If you make it.
If
Oh my god.
or like if this comes out on your birthday, happy birthday. If not, here's an early one for you.
Thanks.
Or late, whenever it comes out.
Oh, that's true. If any Natalie's friends, new listeners that we have, you're free, as Cerny said, to tweet in your questions.
At Chip
or-
and Cern Show, you can actually email us
Do
at chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
people email?
No.
Okay. Well,
Okay, hold on.
whatever.
What's the target messaging platform? Like,
Texting,
okay, we don't have a tag.
Twitter, DMing on Instagram.
Ooh, slide into this. So if you wanted to talk to someone, where do you, if you don't have their phone number, or no,
DMs.
you DM on Twitter or something,
On
or
Instagram,
Instagram,
Instagram.
but you're not DMing pictures, you're just DMing text.
Yeah.
The fuck. No wonder Zuckerberg bought that fucking
Yeah, no
Instagram. Okay, well,
Evil genius.
we have an Instagram. Are you following us?
Yes.
Good answer. Chip and Cern Show.
We'll check that after.
We'll
check that in
verify.
post.
We'll verify in post production. Chip and Cern Show all over the board.
Yeah.
Any social media. We don't have Snapchat though.
No.
It's pretty lame.
It's- Oh,
Should get one.
Chip and
should we
Cern.
get one, Cern?
You should. I'll make it for you.
Who's?
I know how to
Before-
make
we
a
can't even-
fucking
we can't even
Snapchat
get-
account.
We could barely get a retweet.
We
Roast.
have when your life gets complicated with a job and a family, you will see how many times there's only so much bandwidth to go around.
Yeah.
And we're in the pointy end of where we are, and it's
About
not
max.
Yeah. So we have to pick. So since you don't email, since apparently, I don't know, it's not 94 or something, you can
It's not 2010.
you
so-
can DM us on Instagram or Twitter.
or you
Both
can
those
tweet.
are chipping.
You can tweet us.
Yeah. Is there any public tweeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe if you want to DM us and you're like, hey, you don't want your name mentioned or whatever, like, okay.
It's fine.
Not that I expect our fucking Twitter to blow up anytime soon, but
We've been begging for.
what else? I don't know what other. Oh, if any of your friends want any shirts, they're like,
Or
wow,
stickers.
Chip and Cern, your old man and his friends seem pretty cool.
Wise.
We'd like
Beyond their
to. We'd
fucking
like.
years.
Oh yeah.
I
Are
want
you-
a shirt.
You know. Open that piggy bank.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Again?
Yeah. Very good. Some comedic timing. Great. Congratulations.
I gotta get some money.
Way to save it for the end of the show.
What to say for the wrap up?
We potentially could look at getting that hats, stickers. We can get you some stickers for sure.
Black Friday sale. It's been a Black Friday sale
Yep.
for at least a short 8 months. We're
Yeah.
still having it.
We got some stale inventory we need to turn.
Yeah.
We need to bring in fresh merch. First, you got to get rid of old merch. So, fire away, folks. The stickers actually these are premium quality.
They are actually good.
We put them on the back of the cell phones. You can use them as pasties. Put them on your laptop, whatever you
Yes.
need.
However
they're
you want to use
perfect.
them. We don't want to
However-
judge.
Yeah.
And you
And
don't
take
even
a-
need to tell us. Just
Like our good friend Joe, he put it on his car and he like took a picture and he's like, "Hey guys, cool." And we're like,
oh, sure.
"Great,
Retweeted.
retweet." Fucking, you want to retweet? Send us a sticker photo after we send you stickers. So you'll have to send us a tweet. Then you send us we'll send you stickers and you send and then you get how
Yeah,
it works.
yeah.
Internet.
The trail. The trail.
Any last parting words or shout outs that you need to give Natalie, class of 2035 or whatever,
2019.
2019, okay?
Okay. Parting words.
Parting words of advice for the Chip and Cern Show listeners.
No.
Thanks, Bruce. Thank you,
All
Bruce
right.
Willis.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. And until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.